What's up, guys? It's your boy Ace from Madden.com, and today I'm going to show you my offense, which is gun box out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook. If you're not familiar with this playbook and you like being off meta, you definitely should take a look. This under center formation wing stack is really good this year. Gets a lot of separation versus man on some of these routes. You should definitely have a look at that. Gun bunch halfback strong's good. Gun tray. Gun doubles. I don't really like tight doubles this year, unfortunately. Gun tight is really good. This is the formation I ran all of Madden 19. If you guys run a custom, add Bucs post to your custom. I promise you will thank me later. Insanely good play. And then you also have gun spread, which is another forward wide receiver set along with my gun box. All of these formations are viable and you guys can create something out of them. So I just wanted to show you how good this playbook was for people who like to be creative. And let's get into my formation. So gun box is, like I said, a 4 wide receiver set. But this inside slot receiver, you want him to be a big bodied guy or a fast tight end. Either one. Those are going to be your options. But let's just say, for argument's sake, that you don't have a fast tight end. You're going to put a receiver here no matter what. You don't want to run a slow tight end. It'll kind of ruin things. It'll ruin some of the appeal of the formation. And I'll just go ahead and show you with inside zone real quick that when he lines up, he's going to be right over a edge defender. And when you run inside zone, you want him to at least fight for you on the edge so you get a decent gain. So right here, look, he seals the edge perfectly. And Mike Evans is doing a good job out there. If you have somebody small, he's just going to get bodied. I promise you. I've tried it. So yeah, that's inside zone. It's good. It's not like game breaking or anything, but you just want to have somebody that can hold the zone on the edge. As far as the passing plays, talk about deep fork first. And here's a good bomb setup for you guys. I'm just running against random defense. I have no idea what they're in. You're going to drag your outside trips receiver, block your running back, fade your inside slot, and your play should look just like this. Let's go ahead and run it. And this is going to be really good versus like a cover 2 or a cover 3. A cover 4 will actually box this. But if you just don't have time in the pocket, you of course have your drag as your check down. But you want to hit your fade or your post. Just kind of depends on what coverage they're in. Right here. Boom. There is your touchdown. So yeah, this is a good play versus zone. Do not run this versus man. You're not going to really have anything that gets open versus man except for maybe the post sometimes. And then your C route has a chance of getting open, but I just wouldn't count on it. That was just really bad pocket. Really bad pocket. The post was going to come open though. Boom, there you go. Post is going to be open versus cover 2 and cover 3. So yeah, that's my bomb setup. By the way, if you guys want all of my setups, I'm not going to go over all of them in this video. It'll just take way too long. AceMadden.com, my full scheme is on there. Use code ACE for 15% off at checkout. It's like $8 for my scheme, and you get everything else as well on the site. So it is a good deal. Appreciate it for all of you guys who do support me. Really means a lot. Thank you. So yeah, let's get back into the play. Let's go ahead and fade the outside trips receiver and in route our running back. This is going to be another setup. The main difference here is we're looking to hit the sideline with this inside slot receiver corner out. Let's go ahead and run that. He kind of got bumped around a little much. That was not ideal. Let's run it again. He ran it just a little deeper because of it. Right here, it's going to separate versus man coverage. I don't know who that is on him. It's probably a linebacker. So, if you're playing somebody really good, they're probably not going to have a linebacker on him. But this formation will do that just because it's usually a wide receiver position. A tight end position. So the middle linebacker is assigned to him sometimes, and that's why it'll happen. You'll get some mismatches. So let's go ahead and block the running back this time and drag our ISO receiver. So your play should look like this. If you're just worried about pressure coming in, then you can just block this extra guy. And you now have the check down from the other side of the field. And you still have a chance to hit this corner out. So let's run it again with the blocked running back. Right here. The linebacker surprisingly kept up with him. I know it's Deion Jones, but damn, that's surprising. And Mike Evans is just a god, but he can't come up with it. So that is just a couple of my setups from D-Fork. Next play is going to be slot trail. This is another play that I just love to spam. And it's because it's good versus whatever coverage. Zone and man can both be beaten with this play. Let's talk about a zone beater first. We're going to fade our outside trips receiver, out route our running back, and this is what it looks like. Really what we're aiming to do here is get to the corner route. So he kind of got bagged there. Usually he's going to get more separation than that, especially since he has Slotto. I'm surprised that he didn't gain separation. Let's do it again. One thing I need to mention about this trail route is it's really good when they don't have a man lined up over him, because you can throw it quickly, just like this. If they blitz you, you're going to get 5 to 10 yards. Just depends on if you can break a tackle or not. And if you spam that, your opponent will start overcommitting to it, and then it just opens other things up. So I'll show you again. Even versus man coverage, the guy who's lined up on him or assigned to him is the middle linebacker, so you're able to just get out there very quickly. Russell Gage is doing work for me out there. Good shit, my boy. So yeah, this is just something I really like to spam, just this trail. This trail can also get open later. Let's talk about the corner route now. That was just, I got pressured, I think. So right here, might not get enough time. Let's go ahead and block the running back. Come back this ISO so I have an extra option versus man coverage. Right here, boom, corner route. Should have possession caught that. I got greedy and tried to rack it. Right here, the corner is going to be wide open versus cover 3. Along the sideline, zone drops don't really matter at this point. That's going to be wide open. Corner route open again. So that's just one setup that I love to use because it's just good versus both coverages. And let's go ahead and do another setup. Let's do a cover 2 bomb out of this real quick. This is probably the best cover 2 beater that I have in the entire offense. And I know cover 2 is not like incredibly common right now. Where is it? Am I blind? I only see a cover 2 invert. Oh, I should go to like nickel. Tampa 2. There it is. Streak your inside slot. Out route your outside trips receiver. And then in route your running back. So your play should look like this. Your first read is always going to be this outside receiver on his out route. So go ahead and read him. He's bagged. Then we now have this streak on an inside pass lead, or we have the corner route. Either one is wide open. I would say the corner route is probably the better throw to make, simply because, you know, even if he's manned up, he's going to be open. You do risk not getting the touchdown, but he's going to be open more because people will start putting middle thirds between the safeties, or they'll man up the streak. And I just didn't have time there. But as you can see, it's just completely bombing cover 2. You have this check down if you just don't have enough time. But let's say that your opponent is mixing things up really nicely and you just don't know if it's cover 2 or not. Well, let's run the same setup versus just random, and I'll walk you through it. They're going to basically bag us if they're in man coverage, but versus cover 3 we'll have a good option here. This outside out route is going to be wide open for a first down. I know he's playing off coverage right now, guys, but it doesn't matter if he's backed off or not. You're going to be able to get this completed every single time. Do it again. So right there, it's bagged. And you have this corner out. You got to hope that he gets open. Another adjustment, I don't know what word that is. Adjustment that can be made is you can put your outside ISO receiver on a comeback, and that just gives you another option versus man coverage if they do run man. And comebacks are inconsistent. Do not count on them to beat man coverage every single time. But if you want to make that adjustment, you can. Right there, I just got blitzed. Remember, read your out route first. He's going to be your read versus cover 3. If you don't make that read, all you're going to have open is potentially your in route from your running back. So that's why it is important to read it like that. Versus an invert like this is going to be just wide open. So yeah, that's a couple setups out of slot fork that I love. I have, I think, 7 total setups out of that on acemadden.com. And then I'll show you FL drive against man coverage. Let's do that. So FL drive is a play that it has an auto motion built in. One thing I need to mention is this play has an inconsistent split. So like if I audible to inside zone, you see how he moves out. It kind of sucks. But your opponent, if you come out in this play, he's not going to notice that it's an inconsistent split. So don't worry about that. We're going to leave the auto motion on because versus man coverage, he can cook it just like this. See how much separation we got there? Because the auto motion is fast. And it doesn't matter if the guy's pressed or not. He is going to completely cook. Right there, he got bumped. And it kind of ruined the separation, but this is one of my go-to man beaters right now because every route on the field except for the post really beats man. So the out route and the deep dig, they both do great versus man coverage. Right here. Yeah, this motion is just getting completely bumped right now. It's been happening this entire video. If you really want, you could put him on a wheel, the running back, and maybe that'll help clear up the middle of the field a little bit and not have somebody playing robber. So something like this. See how I got that guy out of the way? Because when we block a running back, the guy doesn't blitz. He just stays in the middle of the field like in a spy. I'll show you real quick. Block the running back. Watch the middle of the field. See how that guy's in the middle of the field now? We still got some separation, but if you send the running back on a route, only do it if you're not worried about the blitz. Because if you're worried about the blitz, then you want to block him for sure. And there's your dig. So yeah, those are 3 of the plays that I love out of this playbook. I have a ton of different setups that I'm not going to go into in this video. That would take way too long. Plus, it's on the website, so I can't really do that. But yeah, acemadden.com for the full scheme. I have over 20 setups and how to attack every single coverage. I also have pass protection versus nickel 3-3, the blitz that I went over yesterday. And just make sure you use code ACE for 15% off at checkout. Doesn't matter what membership you choose, that code will work. So thanks again for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more Madden 23 content. See you guys later.